really professional in that thing.
Last time I checked, bosses wear suits, man.
What?
And here's Viper. I knew. Who could it be?
What?
Whoa!
Are you kidding me?
Kofi Kingston!
Kofi Kingston with the cheap shot on the Intercontinental Champion.
Cheap shot? I mean, come on now, man. Kofi Kingston came from Kofi Kingston, but that wasn't a cheap shot. Ocean Jack was just paying attention.
I mean, either way, Ocean Jack's gonna defend the Intercontinental Championship against a former WEDF champion.
That is going to be a very interesting matchup at Night of Champions.
This might be the end of his reign, but you know.
Yeah, so that's what happens when you eat too many words.
Well, either way, he's got till Night of Champions to prepare for that one. He's got Last Resort off.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, things are just. I mean, that's the third match for a pay-per-view we've seen announced tonight.
And the night's not over yet.
Here we go. This guy. Here's the guy I wanted. Yeah, here we go. The World Heavyweight Champion. And he's gonna.
I mean, Danny Jackpot. You know, don't get me wrong. He's a great wrestler and all, but he also has a major attitude problem. I mean, he underwent a drastic attitude change. Like he doesn't even care for the fans anymore.
I mean, that attitude change is what helps get him the World Heavyweight Championship. And tonight, he's going to team up with, in my opinion, the one guy who really deserves to fight him for the World Heavyweight Championship against the two men who were kind of thrown into it, if you ask me. But I'll get into that in a little bit. I was curious as to see if these two guys will actually be able to get along. Here comes his tag team partner, CM Punk. Punk, who was successful, once again, I want to mention again, successful in defeating Edge and lashing back, and that's a major reason why he was put into this World Heavyweight Championship match. CM Punk has just been impressive over the last few months, and he really deserves to be one of the people. He deserves to have a chance at the World Heavyweight Championship. I just think that he should be the only one competing.
You think he should be the only one? Now wait a minute. Now CM Punk, don't get me wrong, CM Punk is very great. He's a great superstar. But like I said, he's just another one of these superstars. You know, he beating up guys like Hogan and Triple H. I mean, just doesn't care, doesn't have any respect. He took Austin to the limit at Tribute to the Truth. But my overall point, he just doesn't care about anyone in the locker room. I don't get it with these superstars in WEDF. Rather than respecting the people that put the brand on the map in the first place, they just go out and just disrespect them all together.
Well, you know, here's the thing. And this is coming from somebody who actually believes what you're talking about. You know, these guys that paved the way. You know, I don't have a problem with what they did. The problem is that when you get to a certain point, you've got to step aside and let the new people and you know really build on what you put up. I mean, you came away from people so that other people can then take that road. When you hung the glory like Hogan, like Hogan did, and like other people are trying to do, it really like The Rock is doing, and even like what Edge is doing here, it frustrates people that are trying to make a name for themselves. And just like this is another prime example of somebody who maybe should be thinking about retiring soon. Just somebody who should, who shouldn't. I mean, necessarily, I want to argue with him being in this match, but at the same time, he did earn his right to be in the match. He has proved himself since then. So, Shawn Michaels, despite what I've been saying, he has really proven himself this whole journey. Again, the reason why I think that this whole match is taking place, for the people he beat, like The Rock, he beat Sheamus, he Brock Lesnar. But again, the whole reason why this Fatal 4-Way is taking place at Last Resort is because Bret Hart is a man of bias. And he wants Danny Jackpot. He has admitted the night that he announced himself as general manager that he wants Danny Jackpot to lose the World Heavyweight Championship. And as the leader of this brand, you've got to be unbiased, you've got to be down the middle, and most importantly, you have got to have the best interest of these fans and of the people in the WEDF. And if Danny Jackpot is the World Heavyweight Champion, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Is it in the fans' best interest if Danny Jackpot is the WEDF, the World Heavyweight Champion right now? I mean, if you think it's in the fans' best interest, I don't think so.
I mean, Danny Jackpot has won every single title match since. I mean, he's won his matches. He has proved himself as World Heavyweight Champion. You know, if the man wins his matches, then how can you complain about him being the champion? He is doing nothing but proving himself as the champion. You know,
Matt, I can understand where Bret Hart is coming from. Bret Hart doesn't like Danny Jackpot's attitude. Bret Hart doesn't like it because he wants somebody who can represent WEDF and represent it with pride. That's who Bret Hart wants. And I don't blame him not one bit if he seems a little bit biased that he don't want Danny Jackpot to be champion anymore.
You know who I would like to see lead Smackdown and with true integrity?
Who?
John Laurinaitis.
Oh, dear Neptune.
I mean, that is a man of leadership. That is a man who would walk into this company, walk into this brand, and truly give. I mean, he would be the one to give us CM Punk versus Danny Jackpot. He would be a man. He would be a great leader.
I mean, come on now. I mean, I disagree with that wholeheartedly. Yeah, I mean, if we get John Laurinaitis in WEDF, that is going to be the end of WEDF. Because John Laurinaitis is going to run the Fed right straight down to the ground.
Either way, I want to point out that right now CM Punk has been taking complete control against Shawn Michaels, and this is exactly what I was talking about. You know, look at this, Danny.
We got tagged.
We got a. Danny Jackpot tagged himself in. I mean, he's the World Heavyweight Champion. He can do what he wants. But right now, you can see here, he's he's continuing what CM Punk started.
But I tell you what, you look, Shawn Michaels now has control of this matchup right now. I'm sure Shawn Michaels, I still think he has some left in the tank.
I will admit that, I think that I'm right about everything because I am. But I will back down a little bit on what I've been saying lately about Shawn Michaels because I mentioned before he has beaten really big names, really big men. He's one of those guys that, despite his size, he has always been able to take down the giants of professional wrestling. And I think he might actually, maybe he does deserve to be in this World Heavyweight Championship match. Maybe not. I honestly think that it should have been Shawn Michaels versus CM Punk for the #1 contenders match spot. However, the man that had just been tagged in, Edge, he didn't have to fight for his opportunity in this match. And I want to remind you, what did he do at Lashing Back? He lost to the man standing across from him, CM Punk.
And speaking of CM Punk in the ring right now, CM Punk, come on, let's take him out of the ring.
You can see here that the ref is doing his job. He's doing the count. CM Punk didn't break the rules in any way. He got out of the ring before the 5 count.
And now Danny Jackpot, I tell you what, good move right there by Danny Jackpot. I know Danny Jackpot is his car legend and all, but it's his attitude. I mean, he turned his back on the fans. I mean, that just pretty much sinks it. That I can understand from where Bret Hart is coming from, like I said. And I think it's gonna be a good matchup at Last Resort. This Fatal 4. I think it'll be a good matchup.
I mean, I'm not doubting that this will be a good match, but I'm just doubting the reasoning behind the match, and more importantly, some of the one particular superstar in the match, which is Edge. Edge earlier talked. We saw him backstage. He did a little interview, and look at this, Edge trying to take out both of these men. I don't know, maybe biting off more than he can chew, but Edge mentioned that he has all these accolades that over the years that prove that he deserves a shot at the World Heavyweight Championship. And I can't take those accolades away from him. He's definitely been he's one of the most world champions here in WEDF than anybody else. You know, he's, you know, all these things that he's done for himself. But, you know, I'm talking about here and now. I'm not talking about the past. The past isn't about, you know, the past shouldn't be a gateway to the things that you do. It should be about what you just did. And what he did most recently was lose to CM Punk. So he should have been put to the back of the line and been told to.
So are you questioning Bret Hart's intelligence in this thing?
Well, I mean, the man did have a stroke.
Oh dear Neptune, dear God! I tell you what, I think all four of these men. I tell you what, this is a good choice by Bret Hart. This is a good decision by Bret Hart that he got all four of these men in that fatal four-way at Last Resort. And the way how I see it, I think it's a good decision. I don't like Danny Jackpot's chances of winning at Last Resort, to be honest with you. And you know what? I hope that he loses.
Well, you know what? The way I say it, you can put 3 men in the ring, you can put 30 men in the ring. Danny Jackpot is the World Heavyweight Champion for a reason, and look at that! Like a battering ram over the top rope. I mean, this is why he's the World Heavyweight Champion. The man has proven himself as a fighter.
Okay, now you're kissing up to him.
Look, I don't have to kiss up to Danny Jackpot. I've known him for long enough that if I have a problem with him, I can say it. Because I once did have a problem with him. But you know what? Me and Danny are good friends. And it doesn't matter that we're good friends because I know talent when I see it. And the World Heavyweight Champion, Danny Jackpot, is a talented wrestler, whether you agree or not.
He's very talented. I mean, he has the skill. I mean, otherwise, he wouldn't be winning all those championships everywhere he goes. I can understand that. I respect Danny. But it's his attitude that makes me sick.
Well, I mean, his attitude is justified by the fact that he wins.
And Danny Jackpot right now has control in this matchup.
It looked like Danny might have gone for a pinfall, but I think Punk denied the tag. The tag, and now Punk is tagging himself in.
Well, I tell you what, I don't like where this is going.
I mean, these two don't seem to want to get along. Don't want to seem to work together. It's sort of each man for himself. And wait a minute, Impaler DDT from Edge. I think Punk might be in trouble here.
Yeah, I think we might see it. No, wait a minute, there's a tag. Shawn Michaels comes in.
Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels with the chops now. See, I tell you what, this thing is going back and forth right now. CM Punk is throwing Shawn Michaels up against the ropes. And, good move by Shawn Michaels. And, Shawn Michaels getting fired up.
CM Punk is in trouble here.
And,
beautiful teardrop suplex.
Ooh, yeah, that's a little right.
Oh, but look at this, Danny eating his partner.
Come on, man. This is just uncalled for.
And you can see Danny looked to eat his partner, and he actually gave him the time, but Edge did not enter the ring.
Oh my goodness. Come on, but get him out of the ring. And now Shawn with a huge power, with a huge slam. Uh-oh.
Wait a minute, look! Oh!
Oh, man!
Perhaps thinking about that elbow, but no. Danny knocked him off, and now look at this. The teamwork of these two men again.
Come on, ref! Oh!
But more importantly, I want to point out again that Edge is staying in his corner. He's not helping out his partner, Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, absolutely right. And that's what worries me right there. Why isn't he helping him? I mean, does he really want Shawn Michaels hurt?
I mean, this is every man for himself. Oh, look at this, Danny once again tagging himself in.
This is a tag match.
Plus, we know how he's been. We know how he's been in the past. I mean, he didn't. You know, he wasn't just given the name the Ultimate Opportunist. He earned that title.
Yeah, that's pretty much certain.
Whoa! Look at Danny.
We got one. We got two. And Edge comes in with the save.
Edge came in, but I don't know if he came in time.
And now Shawn Michaels